people have been talking to us about a reality show for a long time, and it's gotten pretty close, and then things fell apart, and then it got really close, like 3 months ago, 2 months ago, really close. And then again, somebody else has picked it up, and they've come to us, and the more we are, like, I think, making it inconvenient,
complacent,
the more they want to jump all over. Like, let me tell you something. The phone call I got yesterday were from the future producers, and Rich and I have actually signed now. We've signed paperwork, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so we've signed stuff, and now these people are flying out to meet with us. And it was so, like, they called me yesterday, Rich, and I was like, they go, well, Rich returned our email about the meeting on next Wednesday. Are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, well, if Rich said yes, then I was kind of like in my brain, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
In essence, just meet with Rich and not you?
No, but I figured if Rich said, yeah, that works for me, meaning that would be both of us kind of, right? So
but the first one you said, fine by me, though, so they're probably waiting for a sounds good.
Well, this is the part that I think is funny. This is where I get angry. Then they're like, okay, so we'll be in Wednesday. And I said, well, look, I got a meeting at 2, so I got to be done by 2. And they're like, okay. And then they go, so what's the address of the radio station? And I said, I have no idea what the address of the radio station is. And they said, well, how long have you been working there? And I said, almost 10 years at this radio station. And they said, you don't have the address? I go, I don't really know the address of the radio station. I said, I'm sorry, I don't know the address of the radio station. And I thought, I'm not the person you're talking to. You should be asking. I mean, like, I'm sure the meeting's a week away. There's a million ways you can find the address of the radio station before.
Heaven forbid you ask the person who works there for 10 years the address.
I still don't know the address.
Why does that shock you? They would ask you
Are you mad that you don't know the address, or are you mad that they asked you the address?
Both. I want them to find out that they should be able to get the address on their own.
You want them to be so on top of this that everything's so turnkey that we see you, we have our thing, and then you're on your way. We shouldn't have to tell you anything.
Right. If you can't figure out, if you don't know the address to where you're meeting with us, then how are you going to put together a TV show that involves us? Like, I'm just distance myself.
As unreasonable as you are, I got a similar text, and I was a little annoyed at myself that I couldn't think of the address off the top of my head. But not.
Oh, they texted you. They called me.
It was an email. It was an email saying, because originally we were going to meet this week, and they said, how do we get there? Where do we stay?
Yeah,
and
what a pain in the ass.
I happened to be flying at the time, so I was just reading it. I'm like, well, I really can't answer now anyway, so I'll just answer it later. But I was kind of bothered that I didn't know the address, so I got you.
You don't know the address either?
I know there's a 4, a 6, and an 8 in there.
Oh, I don't know.
I know the address.
I don't know.
Ask Kyle.
You both know the address.
I swear on my life.
I have no idea.
So I believe Rich knows the address because I know if I
don't know
He just said the first 3, 4, 6, 8. 6. That's the
there's
address.
a 6.
I
Okay, but it's
swear
changed.
on my life, on my mother's soul, that I do not know the address to this radio station. I
couldn't give you a zip code.
I ask Shannon for it all the time, and I sometimes, like, she'll text me something, and I'll save my text from her so that when someone else asks me the address, I cut and paste what she said. I do not know the address to this radio station. So help me God. I know the cross streets. I even told the lady that on the phone. I go, look, we're right by the airport. The cross streets are blah, blah, blah. I know, it's right there. If you take a cab, you can find us. You can walk there, but it's a little too hot.
It's a little too warm.
That's good advice. Right. You were much more helpful than my non-return of the email.
Right.
So, yeah, and I think what part of it is, Katie, is they come and observe us for a morning. The reality show people, they watch us. They see what we do. I think they'd be really disappointed when they come here, don't you?
We'll see what happens. Okay, that happens next week. We'll keep following us on Twitter and social media. We'll keep you updated.
You got it.